What's up, everybody? Watching On Air with Nick Driver, the Nick Driver podcast. And today we are actually going to be talking about depression and anxiety and just different, things in life that has probably maybe a lot of people can relate to, and yeah.
Danny K over here. I'm Crocodile Danny.
We got Crocodile Danny over here. Crocodile Danny K over here, man. You guys, starting off today, I figured we would talk about something different than probably what a lot of my podcasts do. And that's, depression and anxiety.
Ooh.
And the ways that, people feel sometimes when they get really low in life. You have any issues with depression, anxiety?
With anxiety, absolutely. I mean, I have PTSD, complex PTSD, which is actually the worst form of PTSD that you can have. I have panic disorder, and I also have severe anxiety disorder. Depression, not so much. It's more so situational depression, but I don't wake up feeling unhappy. It's more so the environment that I'm in at that current time, or it could be something really bad that happened that would cause me to be depressed. Right. But mainly I suffer with anxiety, panic attacks, stuff like that. Flashbacks, right. Nightmares, night terrors, sleep paralysis, where I can't get someone off me and I can't move, but I can feel everything that's happening. It's kind of wild, actually.
That is wild.
It's wild like my hat.
That is wild. It's wild.
Okay, so how about you, Nick? Do you ever experience depression or anxiety or anything like that?
Yeah. I got, man, there's a lot of stuff I think has happened over my lifetime where I don't know, it's not something I talk about a whole lot, but yeah, I deal with a lot of, I don't know, it's like I get depression, I get anxious about stuff. Like when I'm playing shows and stuff, I don't like particularly being this. I don't like being the center of attention. What? Yeah, I know that's hard to realize.
That doesn't make sense.
Well,
what?
I played when I started playing music. I started playing because it was an outlet, and as you're going through, I enjoy being an artist. I enjoy playing and I enjoy making money doing shows and stuff like that. But, I think, the further you go up, it's like the more crap comes with it. The bigger you get, the worse the stresses get. When I'm playing shows, sometimes I don't feel like that as much now, but I have these moments where I'm playing where I'm just I'm get anxious and I get I don't want to be it's weird, man, because you getting stared at like you're a zoo animal.
A little bit, yeah.
It's like a zoo animal.
Like
and
Crocodile Danny right here.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty scary, and but yeah, I think, as far as, depression, I deal with that too. And, I've had to, there's certain meds that I have to take or I'll get a little wobbly at times. And, but we're all damaged as we're going through life and stuff, but
yeah,
I deal with a lot of, I have a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression, and just, I do have a lot of self-belief, but when I'm low,
I'm really freaking low.
When I'm low, I'm low to where I'm I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to see nobody. I feel like I'm going to cry all the time,
And I'd be there for you though.
I know you would.
If that was happening, you better call me.
I appreciate it. Well, the thing is you don't call people during those moments.
Oh, but you better.
Yeah, I know.
You got to get better at that. When you're a performer, you have to deal with a lot of trolls too. And they say a lot of mean things. There's a lot of bad comments. I mean, there's a lot of fun that comes with being a performer, but there's also a lot of drama that comes with being a performer.
Yeah, it's a lot of drama. It's
people are mean.
They are, man. The internet stuff it's not as bad for me because I'm used to it, but it's the real life interactions. And it's with my job stuff, when I'm going out playing shows and doing all this stuff, it's there's a lot of great people. Most people are really amazing that I'm playing shows and doing stuff with, but you get people in there, man, that's just they're on another plane. They're sloshed, they're sloppy. They come up there, they say crazy stuff.
They're angry too.
And you're not really sure if they're going to do anything physically to you. Yeah, man. And, you know, and I've gotten in fights at shows because of people that have like tried to like, you know, like they say something sideways to me. And it's just like, dude, man, it's like, and if I don't say anything, they get mad. If I do say anything, they get mad. It's this constant. I feel like I'm a hamster on a wheel.
Constantly spinning.
You know?
Well, I remember that one story you told me about that guy that was in a gang that tried to fight with you.
I mean, we got, you know, and that was one of my off nights, man. I was just chilling. And you know, the crazy part about that story, man, I don't want to get too much into that, but the crazy part about it was it kind of changed my viewpoint on human beings.
No.
Because it did a little bit.
Not with me, though.
No, not you.
Not Crocodile Danny.
Not Crocodile Danny. Not Crocodile Danny. But it changed my viewpoint on the idea of he pulled a knife out.
Yeah.
And people pulled their cameras out as opposed to, you know,
trying to help.
Yeah.
They were trying to record.
But it's crazy to me. But I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I overpowered him because I was a little bit stronger than him. You know, I held him down, told him to chill out, whatever. But it's a nerve-wracking experience anytime you get into altercations like that. But that ain't even the worst one, man. That's another story for a whole nother day. But it's a long one. But it's a good one. Yeah, it's a long one. It's a good one. We might have to do that on Danny's K's Confessions.
Maybe you want to just throw my hat off.
But yeah, man, anxiety, depression, man, it's like, you know, that's something I battle with. You know, I struggle with that. You know, what about you? What's some of the things that you have things that kind of like set you off? Like when you're like, I have triggers.
I do too. It's mainly with my family. I mean,
what's some of your like triggers, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, I don't want to get into too much just because.
Maybe not be specific.
I won't be too specific, but let's just say that I've always felt very neglected growing up. One thing that I will talk about is that my father is currently trying to steal me and my brother and my daughter's inheritance.
Wow.
He's trying to take all of it. And he was cut out of the will for a reason. So now he's trying to take it from us when my grandmother, God rest her soul, I loved her so much, Miranda, she did not want him to have any money whatsoever. And there are big, big reasons behind that. You know, he was not a good person. He put our family through absolute torture and still is. I mean, he's even battling his sister, Nina. And I got an email from her the other day and she goes, I am just incurring legal fees endlessly. He doesn't stop. So yeah, I would say that causes a little bit of a depression for me because it is situational, but it's like you were already the worst father in the world and now you're still going. You're still going. So every single day I get a new email from my attorney.
That's crazy.
About the evil things that he's trying to do. And it just leaves me feeling like I don't really have family. I don't have a mom I can talk to.
Right.
I don't have a dad I can talk to. That leaves you feeling very confused at times. And you also don't make the best decisions when you're under high stress because you feel like you don't really have anywhere to go to except your friends.
If I get to a level where I'm getting like high stressors, like I'm getting stressed out, I have a tendency to like drink too much. You know what I'm saying? Like and then you know what happens is it's like the situation gets worse because you reach out to somebody when you're in one of these states and then you're like, the next day you're like, geez, man, I wish I hadn't done that.
Yeah. All the time. I mean, same thing with me. When I was living in Florida, I was addicted to pain pills. And I didn't just wake up one day and decided to do Roxy's, okay? I actually got into a scooter accident. We don't have to get into the details. If you could have only seen the pictures of the road rash.
I had 2-year horrible bout with Percocets. But it was because a doctor gave it to me because I had a blood clot and I couldn't get my regular cortisone shots in my back. So I can relate to that. That's what I'm saying.
You know, I had no idea that Roxy's were addictive. I thought that I was going to be fine after a month of healing because I had broken ribs and road rash and I was really hurt for my scooter. And when I tried to come off, it was like, that's not going to happen.
Right.
And I had to go through absolute hell to get off. I mean, I went to a methadone clinic. I was on methadone for a long time. Then I was on Suboxone. Then I was on Subutex. I mean, it took so many years to get off of this stupid pill.
Right.
And then after that, I'm like, well, what else can I do besides drink when I get super upset or whatever it is?
Because you probably hate painkillers at this point.
Oh yeah.
I can't touch them. I can't touch them, man, because once you beat it, it took me, I tried to quit 11 times before I was able to stop.
I was in 7 rehabs.
That's hard.
I mean, it was the hardest thing I ever had
It's
to
like
let go of.
It's like Satan gets you.
It literally is. It's like the devil.
It is, man.
The devil will get you.
We don't wish that on none of y'all, man. And if y'all guys have been through anything like this, we would love to hear your story too in the comments. But yeah, sorry, keep going.
Absolutely. You know, it was absolute torture. And so because I wasn't doing pain pills anymore and I got clean, my brain still wasn't right for like 3 years.
Right.
I didn't know how to handle pain or any kind of bad situation.
Right.
It just felt so much more overwhelming than to the normal person that hadn't done something like that.
Right.
And I felt like I just couldn't deal with the situation.
The undamaged person.
Well, I'm definitely damaged.
Yeah,
Man.
me too.
I mean,
man.
look at the hat.
Yeah.
Tells all.
We damaged on this podcast. Me and Danny, we damaged, bro.
But
We damaged goods, man. We damaged but good.
we're damaged goods, but we're good.
We're damaged goods, but we're good
Yeah, I like that.
at doing damage.
Definitely good at doing damage.
I love it.
But the drinking always made it worse. So I can relate to you, Nick, where
There's
you
a
were
difference-
saying it makes it worse.
There's a difference in drinking when you're having fun and drinking because you are just like, yo, my life sucks.
Yes. And it always backfires every
does.
single time.
It does.
So now I'm finally on the medication that I need to be on so
That's
that I don't have those horrible panic attacks or, you know, feel extremely anxious to the point where I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do anything because I can't even breathe. It's almost like, and I still get this too, depending on the stress, heart palpitations
Yeah, I get like that sometimes.
is bad.
People stress me out, man. I try not to let them.
Yes.
I try not to let them, man, but
They do.
people be bothering me, man. I used to be a very social person, and now I don't even go hang out unless it's like something that I know I can get away from.
Well, you know where I live.
Yeah.
It's in the cut.
In the cut.
You can't find me. You really can't. I mean, tell them like
Yeah.
to get to me.
Beautiful place.
But
and, you know,
you wouldn't find me though.
it's true. It's true.
Mm-mm.
I had to take a helicopter here.
And there's also a sensor that alerts me 2 minutes before you get to the house,
Sure.
so I know who's coming.
Yeah.
So I'll just hide in my
And
bookcase.
there's a sniper on the roof.
Well, there's like 3 secret rooms in this house.
Yeah.
So
Panic room.
panic room. Yeah.
So, well, you guys, this is Miss Danny K right here. You guys check her podcast out
Please.
on YouTube as well. Me and her, I just shot her part 2 of Life After Jail and her motivation as far as like going from, you know, zero to hero, going from bottom to top here. You guys have a blessed day. Take care. My name is Nick Driver.
I'm
So
Danny
Nick
K.
That's right. It's Danny K. Nick Driver podcast. You guys like, comment, subscribe. And man, if you guys are dealing with depression and you guys are dealing with things like that, let us know, man. Let us know in the
Yes.
comments and let's talk about it, man. Y'all be safe.
We'll help you.
I don't know who will help anybody, but
Maybe.
hey, we can listen to each other.
We can
though.
listen to each other.
Well, yeah, you know what? You're right. That's help.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
That's
what?
help.
That's help. That's help.
Yeah.
That's help.
All
You
right.
guys be safe. Take
Throw
care.
the hat off.